dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawa, hook me up. Go ahead. I'm going.
Fuck around with you, blood.
John Diamond
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car, but you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group, they undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Regretting that bitch, tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on Joe Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga Qadash stealing that brother bitch. The marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch about my holding treatment like a hoe. Michelle told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and Easter ass bitch. We know cowards only men prepared to die around this bitch. You heard? Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299. Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, cricket cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. ISUBK, be strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.
I got you. Let it ride real quick. Look. The city eyes. It's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga. Cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fence taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man. Dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I want it black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that's some dirty to handle. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo? Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember, I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on you, PK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming Isupk, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah. And I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resentful, I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you want body. We see it coming cause we really profits. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you soft with your soft bag. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correct. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas said he was down, but really the nigga switch. Niggas said he a ride for him, but really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit. Hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a short way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashy, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah. Oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders of blue and friendship for the fashion. Yeah. You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost tribe. Oh.
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, gird you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul instead instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain. Look, they hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking
I
with
say
you.
fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear nigga than house nigga with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice from me. I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit. I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits. I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Lost tribe. Ooh. We ain't the ones to be fucked with. Got zero tolerance for that fuck shit. Don't care about you talking that tough shit. The niggas I'm down with, the same niggas I'ma be up with. No need to call a plumber, we flush. We ain't the ones to be fucked with. Got zero tolerance for that fuck shit. Don't care about you talking that tough shit. The niggas I'm down with, the same niggas I'ma be up with. No need to call a plumber, we flush shit. Look. Track flame, Usain Bolt, I hit that bitch running. Shout out to my niggas, disrespect them, I'ma hit some. Big chopper, smoking out the window, call it Silk Sonic. All my niggas eating, it's a big play. Tectonic, name my Nina, hallelujah.
All right, man. Shalom, y'all, Bashim, y'all, Shabarakathum, to all my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Allah Thumb, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, to all my sisters. I'm precinct officer of 50 Rawam Yala, you understand? And this is the Isupk Lashawan Qadash class. It's Friday night Lashawan Qadash class. And here's our objective, right? Our objective is to raise up all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian men, women, and children, and teach them that they are the chosen people of the Bible. You understand? Well, what the Bible speaks of, but the chosen people of God. You understand? Excuse me. So knowing that you are the chosen people of God, right? And knowing your heritage, that's just not enough. You understand? Knowing, like, okay, you can understand that you got Chinese people who know they hold their heritage for thousands of years. You understand? You got people that can keep the tradition for thousands of years, so-called Chinese, right? Then you have African cultures, right, who can keep their tradition for thousands of years, right? I wouldn't even mention the oppressor because, hell, he take everybody's culture, you understand, and call it his own. But you yourself personally, being a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, woman, or child, excuse me, make sure this, look, okay, you being a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, woman, or child, you had your culture stripped from you. And being that you had your culture stripped from you, you can't keep any of your traditions. You understand? But here in Isupk, this is our objective. We teach you your culture. We teach you the traditions that our ancestors kept, you understand, and our forefathers. And those are your high holy convocational days, you understand? And this is a part of one of them. This is the Lashawan Qadash. The Lashawan Qadash just meaning the holy tongue. The word holy just meaning separate, meaning it ain't for everybody. Just like everybody don't speak African. Everybody don't speak Chinese. Chinese people speak Chinese. African people speak African. You understand? Italian people speak Italian. You understand? And so forth and so on. You understand? But you being a people that was stripped of your nationality, you know, have a language that's your own, or that you know of anyway. You understand? And that I'm here to tell you that language is the Lashawan Qadash, which is the Holy Tongue, or the Ancient Hebrew, or also known as the Paleo Hebrew. You understand? So what I was bringing out today was, what do we know? You understand? As far as the Lashawan Qadash class has been going, you understand, we got a lot of people that, you know, are new to the class. We got a lot of people that are new to the school, so to speak. You understand? So we want to go over everything that we know about the Lashawan Qadash. Just like every class that we start of the Lashawan Qadash every Friday, we started off by writing down your characters. Your characters, we're gonna write it in the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, Salaki, and we also write it in the Assyrian Hebrew. Reason being, because we was captive in Assyria. You understand? And this is a language, Salaki, this is the way this our language is written in Assyrian would be helpful to understand and learn, because this is how you look up or break it down into Paleo. Okay, so I'm gonna start by doing that. Salaki, just that, and putting down all the characters of the Paleo Hebrew, which is 22 characters. Okay. And Salak, if I could, if you hear me very well, or if you can hear me at all, put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that the sound is very clear. Also, if I need to write bigger, if you need me to write bigger on the board, let me know it also in the chat. Just put a 2 in the chat if you need me to write bigger. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me well. Okay. Also, if you have any questions about these characters that I'm putting down first, which is the Paleo, type that also in the chat. I'll be able to see it, and I'll get to it, and I can answer your question. Okay, everybody can hear me. Most High Christ, Most High Christ. I got everybody to check in. Hey, Shalom Isupk Louisiana, Trooper Kazak, Officer Yahar, Shalom Yahweh Shemar, Thumb Bashim Yahweh Shai, Sister Mawana, Beautiful Real, Princess Atara, and Thashara. All right, welcome to class. All right, if you can see that, I'm gonna go over them, okay? This is ah. It's how it's pronounced. Ah, okay? Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ha, okay? Ta, ya, and ka. You don't want to confuse ha and ka together. You don't want to confuse those two, okay? Reason being, because if a word has ha in it, right? And it's at the beginning of a word, you understand? This is exactly how you want to pronounce it. If you're speaking, right, and we're speaking fluent with each other, and I pronounce something that has this, the ka in the beginning of the word, and I pronounce it like this, the person who you're speaking to, or I'm speaking to, so to speak, will be confused. You understand? So you want to get that understood, that this is ha and this is ka. Okay? La, ma, na, sa, I. Okay? I. Pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. All right? And I'm going to show you why the pronunciation is very, very, very important. And you should know it already if you even got a Hebrew name. Pronouncing your name, right? Or I'm pretty sure you be on Facebook. This is a better example. You be on Facebook a lot, and you got brothers and sisters who you have made or may not have met before, right? And you see their name on their Facebook page, right? And it's weird to you because you haven't been taught how to pronounce their name, or you can't even read it properly, right? Because you're not used to the Hebrew language. You understand? So, just like with how pronunciation is concerned, right? We use the Lashawan, for example. La in the Lashawan is simply just La, okay? Sha in the Lashawan is simply just Sha. But you don't pronounce wa in the Lashawan, wa. So it's not la sha wa, and then you can't even pronounce this because you don't even know, you know what I'm saying? It's just the N sitting up there. But it is pronounced la, sha, and one. All right? La, sha, one. Reason being, naturally, if you were to add the characters how they are, there's an A. Pretty sure I got another black. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm just putting it in here in blue. There's another A in the na, right? So as far as the characters is concerned, there's a la, there's a sha, there's a wa, and there's a na. But that's not how the word is pronounced. It's Lashawan, it's not la sha wa na, okay? So when you connecting two characters, right? Pronunciation is very important because the wa and the na is connected. Therefore, the pronunciation is changed. You understand? So that's how you get la, sha, and one. All right. And the example of it, Salaki, is right here. Okay. And as you see, this side, or in the English form of Lashawan, is from left to right. But in the Hebrew, it's from right to left. Here's Lashawan in the English, and here's Lashawan in the Hebrew. Okay? So when you see a connection symbol that's like that, that means it is separate as far as pronunciation is concerned. Okay? So that's La, Lashaw. And when you see it like this, when you see the you know what I'm saying, the connection between two characters, right? More than likely the end character would lose one of its it would lose the A. I'll put it to you like that. It would lose the A in every, because you can see that majority of every character has an A at the end, except for I and A, okay? So it would lose the A as far as pronunciation is concerned, and the Y and the Na will be pronounced together, okay? If I'm confusing you, put that in the chat and tell me to break it down a little bit better so we can move forward. If not, I'm going to move forward, okay? And I'm going to move forward by putting the Assyrian right up under the Paleo, okay? Slack. All right, I'm going over this first line first. All right. So this is in the Assyrian, this is how Ah is written. Ah, okay. Then you have Ba right here. This is Ba. Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha. Okay. Now, with Ka, you want to remember how this is written in the Assyrian, right? Because it looks similar to how Ha is written, okay? But the difference between the two is Ha connects with this very first line right here, right? There's a connection. It connects together. With Ha, there's a disconnection. You understand? As far as it's not written together. Okay? It starts right there at the bottom. Okay? And it sits alone. You want to remember that. Reason being, because it can be a big difference as far as pronouncing a word that you're looking up or that you're reading, right? So you want to remember that Ha and Cha looks alike, but they are different. All right. Then you have Ta. Okay. This small itty bitty character right here is Ya. Okay. Then you have Ka. Now remember, Ka and Ka, two different characters. Sound alike or are two different characters. Okay. Now, as you can see, that the Ka, right, has two characters in the Assyrian that represents the character. Okay. This first character right here, to your far left, is the character that you will see that when you're reading a word and Ka is in the beginning of it. So if a word starts with Ka, this is the character that you will see. If it ends with Ka, right, this would be the character that you will see. That is very, very important when you're pronouncing words, looking up words, or reading words in the Assyrian Hebrew. Okay? It's very, very important. I want you to know that. All right? Moving on. All right. This next line, all right, also in the Assyrian. Down here you have La. Okay. This is La. And again, as you can see, you have two characters for Ma. All right. This first character, I'll explain to you again, will be seen only in the beginning of a word. All right. This bottom character would only be seen at the end of a word. Okay. Same rules apply with Na. All right. Na. Also, with Na, right? Na and Ka are fairly similar, right? Here's the difference. Since we're done with this one, I'm gonna erase all of this. So I. Here's the difference between Ka and Na in the Assyrian, right? With the Ka, right? And the Na, first two characters. Here's Ka. Okay. And here is Na. All right. Well, so like I can write it a little bit better so you can pretty much understand what I'm trying to break down. Okay, it's hard to identify the difference. Well, it's pretty easy, but I mean, you will be confused because when we write English, we can write the letter big, or we can write the letter small. But in the Syrian, right? This is what I want you to pay attention to: the length of this, and also the length of these. This is long. This is short. You understand? And also with the second character that will be found at the end of a word, right? That's long. That's short. Long, short. Right? And that's pretty much the only thing that's different about those two characters, or those four characters in the Assyrian, right? Because one is for the beginning of a word and the other is for the end of the word. But if you don't pay attention to the length of the characters, right, as far as how it is written, that can be the difference between how you pronounce it or how you identify that character in that word. You understand? So that's why it's imperative that you practice. You should have a sheet like this. You understand? You should have a sheet like this. It is the Isupk. I wouldn't say it's the protocol, but it is issued in every Lashawan Qadash class. So if you've ever physically been inside the Lashawan Qadash class, you should have a sheet like this. If you don't, I want you to contact your camp leader so he can inform me, and I can email you a copy of this. This will be your study guide. This will be how you would study to learn the characters of the Hebrew language. You understand? As far as the Lashawan Qadash goes. Let me check chat to see if anybody have a question. Okay, I do not see a question. All right. I mean, ask any question that you want to ask, you know what I'm saying, so we can, so you can learn. You understand? That's the whole purpose of this class. Do not be afraid to ask a question. There's no such thing as a stupid question, especially when it comes down to learning a language that you do not know. Now, we have Osalaki. All right? This is Sa, right? I'm going to go ahead and get through these in the Assyrian. This is Sa. This is I. Okay? With Pa, same rules will apply with any character that you see that has two characters that represent it. All right? So, as far as Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Tazah, right? That's 5 characters. There's 5 characters in the Assyrian that represents one character, okay? Which makes the Paleo and the Assyrian different, because the Paleo only have 22 characters, the Assyrian have 27, okay? So this is Pa. You will see this top character in the beginning of a word. You will see the bottom character at the end of a word. Same rules apply with Tazah, okay? Tazah, this is Kwa. This is Ra and Sha, okay? I'm going to erase this down, and then I'm going to write Tha in the Assyrian down here. Matter of fact, I'm going to write it big so you can see them both instead of leaving it down there. All right. Shalom, shalom. You can hear me out of one? Come on, sir. No sweat. I am the boss, sir. All right. Shalom. All right. So I want to point out something again with let me see if that. I think that's a little better. That's a little better. Y'all should have told me that y'all couldn't see the board. So like, all right. I wanted to point out another thing with tha. Okay, tha, tha, ha, and ka. Ka also looks similar. Okay, I'm gonna show you how. This is ha. Okay. And this is, it's like, I don't want. You see how every character in the Assyrian, right, has similarities. Every character for ka, ha, and tha have similarities. It is important, it is imperative that you identify what's different with these characters. With the ka, right? The whole character connects, right? With the ha, the whole character doesn't connect. There's a space right there. There's a space right there. Okay. With the tha, right? Here's what's different. That right there. It has like a little, I would call it a kickstand. Got a little kickstand to it. You understand? I'm pointing this out because this is important. It's important because if you're if you're reading a word in the Assyrian, which more than likely, if you're looking up a word, if you're looking it up properly, you're going to find it in the Assyrian. Very rarely do you find words in the Hebrew in the Paleo. Okay? Very rarely, if at all. You understand? So anytime that you are looking up a word, even with the books that Officer Hazahab had, suggested that we get, right? The whole book is in Assyrian. It is not in Paleo. You understand? So to identify these, right, would be imperative or, smart of you so you can be able to identify each character when you see it. Spot on. You understand? All right. So, moving on. I want to go over, let me pull it up. It's like for 1 second. I want to go over what we know so far, thus far, right? And what we should know, right, is your tribes. We should know the tribes. Okay. But if you don't, I'm finna help you. All right. If you are so-called black or or Negro, right? Those are the words that identify us, black or African American, Negro, right? You're from the tribe of Judah, in plain English, right? It's also an English way to write Judah in the Hebrew, right? The Hebrew word for Judah is Yahweh. Yahweh. Okay. And what that means is Yahweh thanks. Okay. Means God thanks. Okay. That's where Yahweh means. Mean God thanks. And this is the so-called Negroes, blacks, or African Americans, right? But to write this in the paleo would be like this. Okay? Would be just like that. To write it in the Assyrian would be different. I'm going over every character. All right? This is the Yah. I'm gonna write it a little smaller so you can see that. Yah. Then you got Ha, right? Ha, we just went over Ha. Got that little separation between the whole character, okay? Got this little space right here. This is Ha, okay? Then you have Wa, right? And Wa is fairly small as well, okay? Then you have Da. Now, Da and Ra in the Assyrian has similarities as well. This is Da. This is Ra. See how they similar? What stands out is this right here in Da. See how it kind of loops? I can make it a little bit more exaggerated, okay? Kind of loops, got like a little hook to it. I want you to be able to see that. Because that could confuse you, you understand? Especially if you saw this word by itself without this. If you saw this word in the Syrian and you was getting familiar with the Syrian characters, you can easily think that's Ra. You can easily think Da is Ra. Okay? And since Ha is the last character, right? And it doesn't have two characters to identify it in the Assyrian, this is it. And this is how you will write Yahweh in the Paleo and also in the Assyrian. Okay? Get this out your way. So, Judah, right? That's the English for it, right? This is the English way to write it in the Hebrew, if that makes sense to you, right? This is the English way to write Yahweh. You understand? In the Hebrew. This is how you pronounce it. I mean, this is how you will write it, okay? So you can pronounce it, right? And this is why we got it written like this, so that you can pronounce it, because you're so familiar with English. You understand? You wouldn't need this form if Hebrew was all you knew. You understand? Hope that makes sense to you, right? This is how you write it in the Paleo, and this is how you write it in the Assyrian. All right? I'm going to go over all 12 tribes tonight. All right? Next would be Benjamin. All right? To know Benjamin, if you know the 12 tribe chart, that is the so-called Jamaicans, right? So-called Jamaicans. All right? Or West Indians. That would be the proper hell, I don't know what to call the damn word, because that is not who we truly are. But that would be a proper way to call the Jamaicans Benjamin, right? Would be West Indians. Okay. All right. So West Indians in the Hebrew is pronounced Bun Yum Yan. All right. Bun Yum Yan. All right. And you will write that in the paleo like this. Okay. Bun Yum Yan. All right. And what Bun Yum Yan means is son of the right hand, Salaki, son of the right hand. And this is how you know they black. This is how you know your guy black. You understand? Because what do we call our ace boom? You understand? Our number one partner. You know what I'm saying? Like Officer Naka One was to me when we was a part of the world. My right hand man, my right hand dog. You understand? This is, I mean, and you know the swag of Benjamites, right? Or so-called Jamaicans, right? They just got that swag, man. Like they would just be close to God like that anyway. You understand? I mean, these are people that you do not play with. You understand? I mean, with a machete, he's dangerous. You understand? Do never play with him. You understand? So imagine back in the ancient days when that brother had that sword. You understand? But what I want to point out to you is the language, because the language is what bonds us together. You understand? So to understand the language and to understand the slang of it and how niggas talk. I mean, Salaki, I can't say that Negroes talk. You understand? Just the term son of the right hand, you know that wouldn't come from an oppressor. You understand? That's something that we say, you understand? My right hand man, my right hand dog. That means that they are very close. Most High God is very close to this tribe. You understand? But I just wanted to point that out, right? So to write this in the Assyrian, okay, would be like this. All right. Be written just like this. And I want to go over these characters for a specific reason. Okay. I want to go over these characters for a specific reason, right? Reason being, there's two characters that you can see in the paleo that's written the same. In the paleo, the na is written the exact same. You understand? But if you look down right up under it, in the Assyrian, it's not. In the Assyrian, it's not. Who can tell me in the chat why that is? Who can tell me in the chat why the na in the Assyrian is not like the na? Both nas in the Assyrian is not like both nas in the paleo. Somebody drop it down in the chat for me. La'a, Trooper Kazak. La'a. I just went over it. The Assyrian characters have two characters that could represent or identifies one. That one character, right? That has two characters for it. So Na, Pa, Taza, you understand? Ma, all of these characters in the Assyrian have two characters that represents itself. So what I'm bringing out, or what I'm asking is, in the Paleo, both the Nas are written exactly alike. But this is Na in the Assyrian, and this is Na in the Assyrian. Why are they different? It's the question I'm asking you. Why are they different? Not how they are different, but why they are different. Somebody put it in the chat. Okay, Sister Tashara, I want to take that answer. Matter of fact, I can take that answer. It is the end, right? So the Na in the Assyrian, right? It has a specific character that represents it in when it's at the end of a word. It's just that simple. The reason these two are different because the Na in the Assyrian has a character that represents it when it's at the beginning of a word, and also it has a specific character that represents Na when it's at the end of the word. And that's why I want to point out to you, this is why that is so important, you understand, because like I say, if you didn't see the Paleo to be your guide, you understand, you would have to know that just by looking at the Assyrian word, you understand. Also, another confusion would be the word Na itself, because also, which other character that I was just bringing out looks just like it. Oh, Ka. Na and Ka, right? Na. You can see it right here. This would be the character that represents Na at the beginning of a word. And Ka, right? This is how Ka would look if it's a character that represents it at the beginning of a word as well. You understand? You can tell they look just alike, but the Na is shorter. These are shorter. This is longer in the Ka. You understand? Telling you, you want to know that. You want to know that. You want to understand that as well. You understand? When you looking up these characters, or when you are trying to pronounce a word that just is in the Assyrian. Okay? That's important. All right, so we got Judah, then we had Benyamim. All right? Judah means Yahweh thanks. Benyamim means son of the right hand, meaning that's his right hand dog, you understand? And you know, these are the children of Israel, right? Whose name was originally Jacob before the Most High God changed his name to Israel. And this is what he thought of his children as he named them. You understand? You know, when you get a name from the Most High God, right? And trust me, when you're in the Isupk, your name comes from the Most High. And your name represents you either one or two ways. It's going to represent you in who you are or who you are going to be. You understand? And you get your name based on your characteristics. You understand who you are as a person, or who you should be as a person coming into the school, coming into the truth. You understand? You want to make your name fit your characteristics or fit how you move. You understand? Your name is very, very important. And do not doubt for a second that it does not come from the Most High God. When you get a name under command and journey, Yohana, it is coming from the Most High. You understand? All right. Next word or next tribe, right, will be the Levites, right, or Levi. Okay. And the Levi are the so-called, or the Levites are the so-called Haitians. You understand? They're the so-called Haitians. You understand? And you will pronounce their name in the Hebrew Law, yeah. Law, yeah. All right. And what law, yeah means is joined to me. Joined to me. All right. And you will write this in the paleo like this. Very, very simple. 3 characters. 3 characters. All right. As you can see, you got your connections. You got 2 connections in the word itself. This connection right here, okay, meaning the word is connected. I mean, the 2 characters is connected as far as pronunciation is concerned. When you see this connection, right, it means that it is disconnected. Okay, it's disconnected. All right. Just want to point that out. Like I say, we're going over what we know. You understand? Or what we should know. All right. So you got Lao Ya, right? That's how you write that in the paleo. That's how you write it in the Assyrian. Okay. Very, very simple. Very simple. Okay. And again, these are the so-called Haitians. All right. So-called Haitians. This is how you pronounce it or write it in the English for the Hebrew. You understand? So you're breaking this down from Hebrew to English. This is breaking it down from Hebrew pronunciation to English pronunciation. You understand? Next, we got Simeon. Okay. Now, Simeon or Simeonites are the so-called Dominicans. These are your so-called Dominicans. Okay. And you will pronounce their word, their name in the English like this. Which would be Sham-I-Wan. Shama-Wan. All right. Shama-Wan. All right. And what they mean, what their name means is afflicted herd. Salaki, affliction herd. Okay. Affliction herd. And you write it in the paleo like this. Okay. Just like that. You will write it in the Syrian like this. Rock it. All right. So in the Assyrian, I want you to pay attention to the last two characters. Which is Wa and Na. All right. Na is this is the character that you would write at the end of a word, right? For Na. Okay. Now Na and Wa look fairly similar. Okay. But here's the difference. All right. So I'm gonna write it for you. This is Wa. Okay. Wa. And this is Na. Okay. And this is what's different about it. This right here. You can see that. That hook at the end. I mean, if you overlooking it, you're gonna miss it. You understand? And if you're gonna miss it, right, you're gonna say some wa. You understand? Or some na. You understand? Or some nan. You understand? If you're not paying attention to understand that these two are two different characters and have two different pronunciations. I want to point these things out for us. You understand? Because pronouncing our words is not like the English, okay? When you learn the English language, you understand, you can answer the phone and sound like your oppressor and probably get some things done pretty fast, right? But when you on the phone and you saying all of them, both of them, some of them, and you know what I'm saying, how we talk or how we take the English language and make it our own, you understand, you can't do that with the Hebrew. When it comes down to writing it, shall I say. When it comes down to writing it or reading it, you understand? Now, how you want to pronounce it, when you're speaking it, that's a totally different thing. You understand? Because if you're around enough brothers, you can see just earlier when I answered the phone, when the brother called me, I say Shalom B'Shah. You understand? Now, these brothers know that I'm saying Shalom Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Barak Atah. But I'm going to slang it. It's just like all of them. You understand? I'm going to say all of them. You understand? So instead of saying Shalom Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Barak Atah, brother, I'm going to say Shalom B'Shah. You understand? Now, that's just me talking. But when I'm reading this, like if I got the Tanakh in my hand and I'm in class, you understand, and I got to read this straight out the Tanakh, I can't do that. You understand? I got to be able to identify these characters. And that's what's important. That's what's important by learning our language. Because once we do that and once we conquer that and we master that, you understand, we can say it how we want to say it. You understand? I know if I write this down, you know what I'm saying. And you can pronounce it the way you want to pronounce it. You understand? So let me get this off of here real quick. I just want to break that down to you so you can understand it. See if there's any question. All right. Next we got what we just broke down. The Simeonites Next we got Zebulon. Zebulon. All right. And Zebulon are the so-called natives around Guatemala and Panama. They're the natives that are around Guatemala and Panama. All right. And you would say Zebulon in the Hebrew, right? Zabalawan. Okay. Zabalawan. All right. And what Zabalawan means, right, is dwell with me. Okay. That's what it means. Dwell with me, right? And as I just broke down, they are the natives around Guatemala and Panama. Okay. Those are your natives. You know what I'm saying? The Aboriginal people around that area. These are islands. You understand? Okay. And you will write this in the paleo like this. Just like that. All right. So as you can see, you got 3 disconnections, right? And you got 1 connection, right? So this is how you easily identify before you even write it in the paleo. When you see the word written down, it's pronounced in the Hebrew, but it's written in English, break the word down yourself. You see Za, you understand? And you got to know the paleo characters to understand this, right? You see Za, you see Ba, you see La, you see Y, but there's a letter at the end of Y, right? That's not full. You understand? So you know for a fact that this is pronounced together. Very, very simple. Very simple. So you know that automatically when you write it in the paleo, that those 2 characters is connected together. And it's because all of this is for the reason of pronunciation. This as well will help you pronounce this word. If I didn't tell you that this say Zabalawan, right? You see Za, you see Ba, you see La, and you see Y in there, but you, like I say, you see another letter, right? So you know that this is pronounced together. So you still got to pronounce the Y. And to make it whole is 1. All right. So za, ba, la, 1. All right. It should just be that simple. But if it's not, put your question in the chat and explain why it's not just this simple to you, and I'll break it down as best I could. Okay. Now I'm gonna write it in the Syrian. Gaza. Hope you can see that little hook for nah, right? You see the Y curves all the way over. It just curves over, goes straight down. With that nah, it curves over, but it got a little hook before it goes straight down. You understand? Right here. Right there. That's the difference between Y and nah. You understand? Now the Za, right? That's a strange character. I mean, I ain't gonna call it a strange character, but that's a character that stands alone. Nothing looks like it. Looks like a fancy teeth. You understand? So That character should be easily identified. Okay. Like I say, these are the natives around Guatemala to Panama. You understand? And they are pronounced in the Paleo or the Hebrew period, Zabalawan. Zabalawan, which means the well with meat. Okay. All right, so try to wrap these up. All right, next we got Ephraim. We got Ephraim, right? And Ephraim are your so-called Puerto Ricans. You understand? Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rican in the Spanish, believe it or not, means port of the rich. Port of the rich. As you know, Puerto Ricans are not rich people. You understand? So the Spanish word originated from the oppressors of the Puerto Ricans. You understand? So they named them that. This is why they speak Spanish. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I can't be wrong, they were conquered by the Spaniards, just as well as Isupk, right? Isupk was conquered by Spaniard people. You understand? Spaniard oppressors. You understand? Which is the so-called white man. You understand? And they taught them the Spanish language. You understand? The Spanish language. And we was taught English. That is the language barrier that differentiates the so-called Negroes, so-called Puerto Ricans, and the Iscarites, or the Mexicans, shall I say. That language barrier is the only thing that makes us different from each other. You understand? If we didn't have that language barrier in between us, you understand, we would realize and we would know that our fight is the same fight as far as oppression goes, being accepted. You understand? But that language barrier kind of puts a wall in between us as a people. You understand? We would know that we are the same as them. You understand? We would know that we're the same race of people. You understand? But we don't know that because of the difference between the oppressors. You understand? We were conquered by so-called Europeans or Romans at the time. So like what they had the Roman, they carried the Roman culture. You understand? If I'm not mistaken, they were kicked out of Rome. You understand? But they were the Europeans. They conquered us. And then you had the so-called Spaniards who conquered Puerto Ricans or Isupk. Right? So you would pronounce their name in the Paleo as this. All right. So this would be pronounced, you see the ah, you see the pa, you see the ra, you see ya, but got another letter at the end of that, right? So you know that goes together, right? And that would be pronounced yum, aparium, aparium, okay? Apara yum, okay? And that is written exactly like this. Okay. And what aparium mean is fruitful. Fruitful. Let me write that. Okay. Now with your ma, right? Want to go over the ma simply because it's at the end of the word in the Assyrian. Note that the red is the Assyrian, the blue is the Paleo. So the ma is at the end, right? There's a way that you will write ma when ma is at the beginning of a word, but since it's at the end, so like you will write it like that. At the beginning of a word, it will look like this. Okay. All right. Like I say, if you got any questions, go ahead and ask them now. Put them in the chat. And I'll get them answered for you. All right. And you got Manasseh. Manasseh is the so-called Cubans. All right. And you would say their name or pronounce their name in the Hebrew like this. All right. So for easy pronunciation, you see ma, then you see na, you see sha, but you see another letter, right? So you know that is still sha. Okay. It will be pronounced manasha. Manasha. You will write that in the Paleo just like this. Okay. Here's where that example for the ma would come in, right? You know the ma is written like that. Okay. You know the na is written like that. It's the short one. Okay. And shy stands by itself. It's written just like that. Then you got ha, right? Ha is one of three characters in the Assyrian that looks similar. It is the one that has the space right there. It is the one that has that space. So if you've been taking notes, it's the one that have that space right there at the top. Manasha. Okay. Manasha. Oh, so like I forgot to put what it means. What Manasha mean is made to forget. Made to forget. Okay. Check the question. All right. Moving on. We got Gad. Gad is the only tribe that is pronounced exactly like it is in the Hebrew, as it would be in the English. Okay. And what Gad means is a troop. A troop Okay. And who they are the so-called native Indians of North America. Okay. Native Indians of North America. They are depicted as the pilgrims, you understand? In your history book, you understand? Or you know, when you went through school, they are depicted as the pilgrims. You understand? Yep. So you will write that in the paleo like this. Two simple characters. Two simple characters, okay? And it will be written like, okay, in the Assyrian like that. Okay. And with the dot in the Assyrian, you know, it looks like what? It looks like the Ra in the Assyrian. Okay. The difference is right there. The dot kind of have a little hook. Kind of have a little hook before it goes straight down. The Ra just goes straight down. All right. Okay. Then you got Reuben. Okay. Reuben or your so-called Seminole Indians. They are the so-called Seminole Indians. All right. And their name will be pronounced in the English or in the Paleo, in the Hebrew Salaki, like this. Okay. Here's where it could confuse you as far as pronouncing it, right? Or point out the characters. You see Ra. You see Ah, but you also see another letter, right? So you know that is pronounced together. Ra, all. You see the Ah and the what would be a Wa, right? You know that's pronounced together. All. You see Ba, but you also see another letter. So you know that's pronounced together. Bond. Ra'al bond. Okay. I promise you, if you do this when you see different words in the Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew, when you see your brothers and sisters on Facebook, and you want to kind of look at their name, you like, I wonder how you pronounced it. Instead of asking them, try it yourself and try to write down their character. That could be your homework. It could be your homework. Every brother or sister that you see on your Facebook, write their name down, pronounce their name, and write it in the Paleo. Not only writing it in the Paleo, write it in the Assyrian, so you can know what characters would be different in the beginning or the end of their name. All right. So to write that, Salaki, moving ahead a little too fast. Ra'alban means that's what it means. Behold a son. Okay. Like I said, they are the Seminole Indians, and this is how you will write their tribe name in the Paleo. Okay. Okay. Got 3 different connectors. Got 2 that connects 2 characters together. You got 1 that lets you know you pronounce that character by itself, which is a Ra. See all and Bun. Okay. English right to left. Hebrew. English left to right. Hebrew right to left. You understand? All right. To write it in the Assyrian, goes like this. That's that one that drops straight down. It's not like da. Okay. Ra would look, Wa would look just like Ra, except it's shorter. Okay. Ba would look just like Ra, except it has a base on the bottom, right? It has a line right there at the bottom. Okay. Then you have Na. Which has a little hook when it drops down. It's like that, does it? Cut. Ain't that big though. Okay. Again, you got Reuben, who are the so-called Seminole Indians, all right? It's pronounced Ra'aban in the Hebrew. It means behold a son. This is how you would write it in the Paleo. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. Check for questions. All right, Most High Christ. No questions. All right. Let me know you got it then. All right, we just got a couple of more. Next tribe is Asher. Okay, Asher. And Asher are the so-called natives from Colombia to you're a gay or something like that. You're a gay. I always butcher pronunciating that island. All right. But more to be more specific is the Colombians, okay? And the surrounding islands is I think it's quite a few of them that surround Colombia, okay? And it is pronounced Ashar in the Hebrew. Ashar, all right? And what it means is happy. Okay? Happy. That's what it means. All right? You can imagine that Jacob was very happy when Ashar was born. Okay? Or he just came out a happy baby. You understand? All right? So, as far as pronunciating it, right? So you can write it in the Paleo. You see Ah, you see Shah, but you also see another letter, right? Which knows you pronounce that, which tells you, Salaki, that you pronounce that together. That would make a Shar, all right? And you would write that just like this. Very, very simple, all right? So with Ah, you got it like this. Salaki, put it in the red. Moving too fast. Just like that. And again, these are your so-called Colombians. Got about two more. All right. Next, we have Naphtali. Naphtali, okay? And they are the so-called natives and slave trade people found in Argentina to Chile. Argentina to Chile. These are your people, man. These are your brothers and sisters. All right? And you would pronounce that in the Hebrew like this. Okay? And it is pronounced, for that break it down with you, you got na, you got pa, you got ta, and then you see the ya at the end. So you know that that's a pronunciation by itself. What would confuse you is the extra letter in the middle. Would it go with the ta or the ya? Right? And you know it would go with the ta, which makes that thal. Okay? And ya. So napatalia. Na pa ta ya. Is how you would know that it's connected to the ta and not the ya. Because it's at the end, right? And ya simply can be pronounced by itself. All right. So you will write that just like this. Just like that. All right. So you got na, right? Which would be the short one. Okay. And you got pa. So like this. All right, yeah. It'll be just like that. Look like an upside down G. You got tha, right? Which is the one of the three characters that look alike. Okay. You got la. Okay. And you got ya. Napatalia. And what napatalia means, it's like, is my wrestling. That's what it means, my wrestling. All right. Got one more, y'all. Gonna wrap it up. Next tribe is Isupk. Okay, Isupk. And Isupk is the so-called Mexicans. All right, that's who that tribe is. The so-called Mexicans. That's Isupk. All right, and you will pronounce their name in the Hebrew. So like I wrote that all wrong. All right. So let me help you pronounce this, right? You see Yah, right? But you see two characters, not just one at the end of Yah, right? But it doesn't make the whole character like this does. This is Shah, right? You see the S and the H of Shah, right? But you don't see that A. That lets you know that Yah in this, the ya and the sha is connected, all right? Which makes yash, yash, okay? This is sha. You see the ka, and you also see another letter, which lets you know that all this is pronounced together, right? So you see yash, sha, kar, yash, shakar, yashikar, all right? These are the so-called Mexicans, and what they name mean is he is my higher. Not higher like high or like a high place, but higher, meaning like to work. You understand? Which is why, I don't know, Judah come climbing up the ladder, you understand, when it come down to, you know what I'm saying, slaving, man, you know what I'm saying? I know some Judahites, man, who work hard as hell, but, you know, we always say, or, you know, if a house is being built, I want it built by them Mexicans, you understand? Man, because you know they gonna go out there and they gonna do the damn job. It's gonna be quick and it's gonna be efficient. That's what I do. I deliver drywall to commercial buildings, residential buildings, and so forth, man. And I bullshit you not. I can deliver drywall to a house right here, and the house next door to it could be just getting this foundation laid down. And by I would say I can be delivered drywall to that house Monday. By Thursday, the wood is already up in this house that just was a foundation Monday is ready for drywall. So in a matter of 4 days, in a matter of a week and a half total, you got a house being built by Yashikar or Isupk, right? Or the so-called Mexicans, you understand? And to write it in the paleo will be just like this. You got Ya, you got Sha, and like I said, they connect, right? Then you got Sha again, right? And that's by itself, okay? And you got Ka, not Cha, okay? That's a big difference. And you got Ra, and Ka and Ra connects, which makes Kar. Yash, Sha, Kar, okay? And to write it in the in the Assyrian, just like this, you know, your Yah, that very, very small character. Then you got the Sha, you got Sha again, all right? You got Ka, lock here. It will be the beginning one, which would be the long one, is just like the Na, right? Except it's long. See how I made that long? Then you got Ra, come straight down. Okay? Yashikar, the Syrian. All right? And with that, man, that's going to conclude my class. You know what I'm saying? Shalom Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham. To all my brothers, Shalom Yahweh Shemar Tham Bahashim Yahweh Shai. To all my sisters, I'm priest and officer of 50 Rewam Yala. And until next time, Israel, Shalom.